Hi, I am Michelle Barnard. I am a realtor with Better Homes Gardens Real Estate and a BNI member since 2019. Today, we are launching our very own podcast for the Mount Laurel Regional Chapter. And our goal today is to share information about BNI in our chapter and highlight some of our members. So today, I have with me Tina Marshall. She holds the position in the plumbers category in our chapter, and she is their operations manager, and she's been with them for 14 years and a member of BNI for 4. So welcome, Tina. Thanks for being the first victim on our podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to do this.
I am too. So why don't you start telling us a little bit about Sheehan Connection and maybe some services you provide that people wouldn't typically associate with a plumber.
Okay. So with Sheehan Connection Plumbing, we've been in business since 1987. We are a small business. We do everything plumbing from a toilet flapper and handle to putting in a new tub or a new faucet, the little things. We also will give homeowners little tidbits, kind of do it yourself as a troubleshoot before we go out. We want to make sure that they, it's not just about a service call. It's about bringing our customers into our family. So we install urinals in residential homes.
Interesting.
We do commercial fit outs. So if there is a barber shop or a beauty salon, we go in and we retrofit it. So we've done the sports clips in Marlton, where we went in and plumbed all their sinks and drains, and so we do all of that. There's a lot of things. I mean, we have a wide range. We do sump pumps, ejector pumps. An ejector pump is something that if you have a basement and you want to stick a toilet down there or a shower, you can use an ejector pump that is going to pump the sewage out. And there's other types of pumps, and we install water, like main water shutoffs. So if there is a water leak, and it senses that there's more water that you're using, it will automatically shut down your water main supply to the house and will send you a notification on your phone letting you know that there's something wrong.
Amazing, because I think a lot of people don't know where their water shutoff is.
Correct. Most people don't understand. Look underneath of a sink, a bathroom sink, a kitchen sink. They hide. And so it took me almost a year to find my water shutoff, and it ended up being in the basement bathroom underneath the vanity behind the drawers.
Oh my gosh. Nope.
Yes.
Yes. They did that one.
Yes.
So we've worked together through BNI, and I know one of the things you do is the sewer scopes.
Yes.
That's been important for my clients because it can save them thousands of dollars after they close on a home.
Absolutely.
Is that something that's pretty common for your company, or one of the more important things?
So it is important. We stress to any homeowner, anybody who's wanting to purchase a home, spend the money to do it. Not just the home inspection, but the actual sewer scope. It's important. I mean, I can tell you from my personal experience, I did not do the scope. I live in Florida and I did not do it. And a week after I purchased my home, the first night that I spent the night in the home, my house flooded from a backup because there was a bad sewer. So I stress to everybody that it's not just me as, in the plumbing field, it's me as a homeowner too. Like, it is extremely important to protect your investment because that's what your home is.
Yeah, I agree. That's why inspections across the board are so important for my clients.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about BNI and how has it impacted your business? And
so BNI has been incredible. That's probably the best word that I can say. Our chapter is amazing. Everybody in it. I've used almost everybody, whether it's personal or professional. Our business growth has evolved since joining, and our membership is paid for the next couple of years, just based on what I've gotten from BNI and the relationships that have been built.
For me, like, that's the important part.
Yeah.
I love the relationships. I know I can call you at 5:00 on a Friday and say, "Hey, I have a plumbing emergency," and you'll pick up, right?
Yes.
And you don't get that relationship with just plumber from what we used to have, a phone book.
Right.
Now Google, I guess.
Yeah. So, and that's something that kind of sets us apart from other, I answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 364 days. I will not answer on Christmas Day.
Good for you.
I won't do it. That's the only day that we do not have anybody on call. We don't, we give that day to our employee and their families. So, and with BNI, we have that family. You know what I mean? Like, again, I can call you. I can send my daughter's best friend to you to purchase a home. And I used Tom Bates for her mortgage. It's great.
It is. I think, like you said, with your business being a small family-owned business, it's a whole different vibe than using a large company. And I think we have that relationship as BNI members with each other.
Yes. So another really big thing about BNI is it's worldwide. I live in Florida. I purchased a home. The realtor that I used is a BNI member.
Amazing.
The painter that I used for my home is a BNI member. So you have access worldwide to whatever you need. And that's something that a lot of people don't know.
You're right. Yes. And if there's not somebody, if we have a category that's not filled, we can reach out to all the other chapters and find somebody in that category to fulfill the need we have.
Yes.
So yes. There's a category for everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
And we can find someone.
Yeah. So it's great.
It is. So you mentioned you live in Florida.
I do.
Tell me a little bit more about.
So in 2022, I lost a family member who I was really close with, and her husband and her kids, needed a little bit of extra help. And so I called my husband and I said, I want to move to Florida. And he said, okay. And I talked to the owner, my boss, and Joe, and I said, I want to move to Florida. And he said, we're going to make it work. So I work remotely 3 weeks a month, and I come up to New Jersey once a month. I'm in the office. I meet with clients. I meet with friends, family. I get to see my grandkids. But I still am able to build those relationships. And so spending 14 years with a company. And honestly, COVID showed us all that we can work anywhere.
You're right.
So it has allowed me to do that. So I live in the sunshine and, it works for us.
That's great. What would you say is the thing you like most about your job? Like I hear all these positive things about your job and how much you like it. What is like the number one thing you like doing?
I like helping people. When I get a phone call, I'm getting tears, I'm getting crying, I'm getting, oh my God, and I'm getting mean at the same time. Because, when your house is flooding, none of us know how we're going to react until it happens. Yeah. And like I said about the sewer issue with my own home, I became more empathetic with homeowners because I get it. I get being that person on the other end. Yeah. So I want to be that person that helps them, that talks to them, that, makes them know that we're here for you. We're going to do this for you. We're going to make it happen. And I think that's my favorite part of the job, is making sure that other people are heard and understood.
I love what you said earlier about like giving people recommendations or suggestions over the phone. Like when you're talking, I remembered an incident where the pipe to my toilet, it just rusted a hole in it and water was pouring out. And I was home by myself and I called my husband, who's not very handy. And I said, what do I do? And he said, I don't know, I'm at work. So I called my best friend, who is super handy, and she came over, turned off the valve, turned off the shutoff, But I was thinking, like, if I had you to call, like, it would have been a game changer for me. Instead, I was crying and panicking.
And it's true. It's funny. Again, with my home with the sewer, and it was clogged and everything. And I said to my husband, and my husband is handy. He works HVAC field, so he like knows stuff. And so like everything's backed up. It's 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, let's go to the clean out. And he's like, I don't know where it is. I was like, oh, I know exactly where it is. I scoped it out before we purchased the house. Like I knew exactly where it was. And so we open it up and we look, and there's stuff coming out of it. And I was like, go get a plunger. And he was like, it's a toilet plunger. And I was like, no, seriously, go get the plunger. And he looked at me like I had 10 heads. And so he brought it out, and I was like, okay, plunge that. He's like, Tina, it's 4 inches. Just plunge it. And so we used a toilet plunger to unclog our main outside, because one of my guys told me how to do that. So it was something. So that's something that I'll tell a homeowner, because, if that's something that's going to save them $350, $400, why not? It's the same thing with if you think that your toilet is leaking and you put a little bit of food coloring in the back of the toilet, and if it's got it in the ring, then there you go. You know that it's a leak, and now, okay, let's shut it off and I'll come out and fix it.
That's great. Like those are the kind of tidbits I think that are important, like that educational piece, because I think most companies, they want the business, right?
Right.
So they're not going to tell you, well, try this, try that.
Right.
They say, we're going to come out and we're going to charge you.
Yep.
For something you could have done yourself.
Yep, absolutely.
So that's amazing.
So we ask them to send us pictures so that we can, again, is it emergency? Someone says my faucet's, leaking. Well, is it leaking, or is it just dripping? Because there's two different.
Right.
And so, okay, send me a picture or a video of what's going on.
Do you need a paper towel or do you need a bucket?
Right. So, and a lot of people don't know. I mean, if your shower head is leaking, it's because the cartridge needs to be changed inside of your diverter. So it's really not the shower head problem, it's the diverter problem. So I can say you can go to Home Depot and you can get a cartridge and you can pull it off. There's a little clip, and then you pop it out, pop it back in, and you put it back together, and there you go.
That's awesome.
I just saved you $350, and you just paid $50 for the cartridge.
And probably feel really good about yourself
right,
that you did
exactly.
that.
I've done it. I've done it myself. So I know that these things work. And that's kind of what sets us apart, is that we do those types of things.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Sure.
We also offer financing.
Oh.
So a lot of companies do not, but
Tell
we
me a
do.
little more about that.
So anything over $500, we have paired with a company. So you can fill out a pre-approval. It'll let you know what you're approved for. And then if they decide to go with us and they continue the process, then they'll go through the application. And if they get accepted, I'll get an email. We'll do the work. They say, yep, they did the work, and we get paid in 3 days, and they make their monthly payments.
That's great.
To somebody outside of us.
Some jobs are huge. Like if you have to replace a sewer line, or whatever other huge projects you might have to do, those expenses could be pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, a sewer replacement can cost upwards of $35,000, $40,000 if we have to pull up the street.
Wow.
So if we have to make the connection in the street, you're talking $40,000, $45,000.
So financing is a nice option in a situation like that.
Yes. Yep.
All right. That's great to know.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you're not answering the phone all day and all night, what do you like to do in your free time?
I love to play with my grandkids.
Of course.
I have 3 grandsons and a granddaughter. So she's tiny. She's 2 months old. So my daughter, her husband, and my grandson and my granddaughter live with me in Florida. We swim, we boat. I love taking pictures. It's just something I absolutely love. Like, I'll take a picture of my daughter, her husband holding hands with their son from the behind, because for me, those are important moments.
Those are.
And so I'm going to capture them. And I always tell my kids, you always say that I'm on my phone, but the minute that you see those pictures 10 years from now, you're going to remember that moment. Mm-hmm. And so for me, that's what I look at. Like when I'm not here, because eventually I'm not going to be, my kids and my grandkids have all of these memories. And
So I have scrapbooks for both my kids from the time they were in preschool through high school for the same reason.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to capture, because they grow so quick.
Yes.
I wanted to capture like every moment and have that for them
Yes.
for the future, so they can look back and remember school and vacations. So I appreciate that so much. I'm in the same boat there.
So that's, kind of what I do in my free time. There's not much of that, but
No.
I'm so family oriented. It's all about my family. It's all about, grandkids. Having grandkids is a hobby in itself. They light up your life.
And it's great to have that life work balance. That's so hard, I think, especially for us as women, to pull that off. And it's great that you're able to do that and live in a place you want to be and still maintain your career here.
Yeah.
So.
And I have another work-life balance because my son is one of our plumbers. So we don't really tell a lot of people that because, but he doesn't get special treatment.
I have no doubt in my mind that is a true statement.
Yeah, he does not call me mom when we are working. Normally when you hang up the phone when you're talking to your kids, it's like, love you, bye. There is none of that. There is absolutely none of that. He won't call me Tina. He knows better. He calls me boss lady.
That's cute.
So he'll come into the office and he'll be like, hey, boss lady. Yesterday he came into my office. It was after 3:30, which is when I get on work. And he came in, he was like, hey, mom, because I just got up here a couple days ago. So other than that.
That makes it even more special that you get to work with your son.
Yeah. And I get to yell at him and he can't talk back. It is. A lot of people don't get that. And it is something that I treasure. So it's another one of those, homey, family type business.
Yeah. And I do, having worked with you closely, I do feel that difference in working with Sheehan Connection versus some other companies myself or my clients have dealt with. So I do think that is a huge impact on your day-to-day business.
Well, I appreciate that. I know Joe appreciates it, and we appreciate your business. And I would love more of that. I would love to have more people join our family. That's what I say. We're Sheehan, we make a connection.
I love it.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being the first victim of my show or our show. I'm not hosting all of them. I'm just launching our initial one. Anything else you wanted to add?
I think that you've done a wonderful job. I appreciate you inviting me. This has been fun getting to know you and getting to know your business. And thank you for allowing Sheehan to help all those clients, with their homes.
For letting me trust you, which I 100% do.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And for anybody who's interested in BNI or how our referral network works, we are the Mount Laurel Regional Chapter of BNI, and we meet Thursdays at 7:30 virtually and once a month in person. So that is our first podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.